The spiritual lineage of the Universal White Brotherhood was founded by Master Beinsa Douno, also known as Peter Constantinov Douno of Bulgaria, in 1897. Master Beinsa Douno taught that the qualities of humility, obedience, honesty, goodness, intelligence, and nobility are foremost in spiritual practice. He explained that one should walk the path of love, wisdom, and truth. The Universal White Brotherhood believes that God is in everything, in the stones, the plants, the water, the air, the animal people, and the light. Following the principle of Ahimsa, or non-violence, Master Beinsa Douno practiced and preached a vegetarian diet. The Master was also an accomplished musician and composer of many spiritual songs and compositions. Master Beinsa Douno delivered close to 4,000 discourses and lectures that were recorded in shorthand by his students. The freshest manuscripts were then later presented to the Master for his approval to be published. Master Beinsa Douno once said,
"I have come to reveal love, bringing love to earth, that is my mission. Study my talks and lectures to speed up your evolution."
We will now share with you a selection from Master Beinsa Douno's lecture entitled The New Day, held on January 17, 1940, at the General Esoteric class in Izgrev, Sofia, Bulgaria. The New Day, new directions in the conscious life of nature, pressure and tension, enlightened life. When entering the University of Life to acquire the knowledge that is needed for building new foundations of life, you should renounce all those unnatural traits inherited from your ancestors. Divine knowledge does not correlate with human mistakes, with the inherited bad and unnatural traits. Professors of the great University of Life are not interested in the misconceptions and interpretations of old erroneous doctrines about law, morality, and so on. The false should be removed as we separate chaff from wheat. The chaff is important as well, but its place is not in the barn. People entering the University of Life search for the same amenities as at home. That is not possible. The amenities at the university differ fundamentally from those in one's personal life. They are of different nature. If you want comforts in your life, you need to put wisdom into action. The comforting conditions in life are due to the harmonious interaction between the forces of pressure, tension, and wisdom. If the forces of pressure and tension balance each other and yield to wisdom, in other words, the divine source, the latter will bring ease and comfort in life. If by wisdom, following divine source, we can solve the tasks of pressure and tension as opposing forces in life, that means to do God's will. To come to the fulfillment of God's will, one needs to consciously learn and apply the learned. Now, we want to present the true order of things as it exists in nature. We want to draw people's attention to the right thoughts. Right thoughts give freedom to people. When thoughts are right, people can explain the laws of life to themselves, and thus they will gain the freedom, giving them an opportunity for learning and working. All external conditions that affect people, beneficial or not, pleasant or not, represent pressure in life. The inner life of human beings, with all ordinary thoughts, feelings, aspirations, wishes, worries, anxieties, troubles, and despairs, represent tension in life. Those two forces, which have both outside and inside effects, need to be organized by the divine. How can a divine manifestation be recognized? A man was walking down the street carrying a bag containing important documents and money. He did not notice that the bag was falling apart. He was walking worry-free. However, the bag broke and only the handle remained in his hand. Another man walking behind him saw the bag on the ground and picked it up. He ran after the owner and gave it back to him. In this case, he behaved in a divine way. He followed his divine guidance without being tempted by the bag's content and immediately returned it to the owner. In the divine world, there are no thefts and crimes. Anyone who has tried to steal something was caught and searched immediately. Those who live in the divine world, the world of wisdom, do not steal. However, those who live in the physical world are easily tempted. That person, for example, would not have returned the bag to its owner, but would have kept it, saying that it was good luck to find it. In such a case, the bag would have exerted pressure on his psyche, causing him a state of tension. Studying the laws of the divine and the spiritual world, you notice that not all feelings and thoughts are yours. Many thoughts and feelings pass through your mind, but you are not their source. You should accept only those thoughts and feelings that are in accord with your nature and serve your upliftment and development. Do not admit inferior, egotistic thoughts and feelings into yourself, neither build anything with them. So, when sublime thoughts come to you, when you feel inspired, know that you are not alone, but you are assisted by the great divine world in cooperation with the entire creation for the emergence of such ideas or insights within you. Nowadays, we deal with the issue of pressure and tension because all people are affected by these two forces. The conditions that people currently live in produce a lot of pressure and tension on them. It is also one of the reasons for the blood pressure problems that many people complain about. To be able to cope with the forces of pressure and tension in life, you need to balance the forces of your body with those of your thoughts and feelings. You need to rely on your innate wisdom hidden in the depths of your soul. You must understand the laws of life and apply the law of equilibrium to cope with the conditions and opportunities in which you are placed. People have a lot of knowledge, but only a small part of this knowledge will form a foundation for the future building. If scientists of the past would appear today among people, they would see that many things were unknown to them. 1,000 years from now, current scientists will be in the same situation relative to children of the future. Presently, the conditions for a future epoch are in preparation. Today, everything is sifted and the essential is separated from non-essential. A person has many thoughts and desires, but not all of them are essential. The non-essential will be discarded as a fertilizer, while the essential will remain for the future. What encourages people is genuine positive knowledge. It's not their worries, anxieties, grumbling, and loss of faith. Those who think right do not grumble, but work to solve their tasks. If you grumble, you surely need to work. Moreover, it is not allowed grumbling without working. The one whose feelings are not satisfied grumbles and looks for a way to satisfy them. If scientists grumble, this indicates that they need books with which to satisfy their scientific interests. A merchant grumbles because of the need for money. An ill person grumbles because of the need for help. Everyone wants something, and if they do not attain it, they grumble. To live well, one needs to study not only the laws of pressure and tension, but also the laws of time used by the intelligent world. For every blessing that is given to someone, there is an exact time. Happiness comes at a designated time. Therefore, if you want to receive a certain blessing, go exactly at the appointed time and await it. The good will come precisely on the appointed day, hour, minute, and second. Nowadays, most people are usually late, so they lose the blessings assigned to them. Only a few go earlier or exactly on time. If you want to borrow money from a bank, you will go there during banking hours. If you are even 1 minute late, you will find the bank closed. So, when you hear someone complaining about life, saying to have experienced major disappointments, one of the reasons for this lies in violating the law of time. This person has always been late. Wherever he goes, at every place, he is told, "It is too late." This person has not followed the divine guidance in life. Therefore, those who follow the divine guidance can easily solve their problems and balance the external and internal forces in their lives.
No to vegan, 'cause you want to destroy this planet.
Satisfied viewers, Thank you for joining us today for Laws of the Divine from The New Day, lecture by Master Beinsa Douno or Peter Deunov, Vegetarian, Part 1 of 2 on Words of Wisdom.